We're here at Arrow Seafood on my tuna stand. We're standing in front of some of the finest big eye sushi grade tuna money can buy. You see right here, there's a line of white. Nice bright red, nice and shiny, beautiful piece of fish. Just like with meat, the more fat, the better it tastes. But it's not the kind of fat like it's in meat. This is good fat. This is the kind of fat that you want to have. But we're not going to use sushi grade tuna like this because basically it's really expensive and it's kind of wasted when you put it in a sauce. My father used to tell me that a good sauce will cover the sins of the world, but we don't want to cover it up and waste that good flavor on when you're going to cover it up with a sauce. We're going to use nice yellowfin, not a big eye. Yellowfin is a good tuna, just as firm, fleshy, nice color, nice meat taste. We're going to do real good with this one. Let's take it up here. Paulie. That's great. Write it up. Now, for the grilled fresh tuna salad, I'd like to use the front portion of the tuna. For the seared tuna, we're going to use the middle portion. And the bottom tail part, that's what we're going to use. It's a lesser expensive portion of the tuna. We're going to use that for the tuna chili. Those are the three recipes that we're going to make today. So first I'm going to take the piece for the tuna chili. I'm going to cut the fish down and take the skin off. Then we're going to make a nice chunk, say here, for the grilled tuna. This piece here, we're only going to use about a chunk that big for the fresh tuna salad. Again, got to take that skin off. This we're going to cut lengthwise. This is for the grilled peppered tuna. We're going to put this in a marinade, really simple marinade, no big deal. This tuna is going to be for the fresh tuna salad. We're going to cut it real thin, so it won't take long to cook. Okay. Almost done with these cubes now. When we cook it, we don't want to stir it and mash it up. You still want to know that you're eating a piece of tuna. Because remember, once you put it in that sauce, things get lost. It's not going to have a real fishy taste. Fresh fish doesn't have a fishy taste. This is going to have a real nice flavor. Even seasoned fishmen know that good tuna chili is worth its weight in gold. We'll start off with about a cup extra virgin olive oil in a hot pot. Then we're going to add to that 3 nice large onions, roughly chopped. There's the onions. Now, I'm going to take some, again, rough chopped garlic. You don't have to mince it. You can ground it if you like. I like nice big chunks of garlic. So we'll add a good amount of that in there. And we're going to stir that until the onions start to get a little clear. That's going to take a little while, even though this flame is nice and high. And boy, is that bad boy hot.
Want a cigar, Joe?
No, they tell me I'm not allowed to have a cigar yet, Dino. Later on. We're going to add the tuna now. We'll put the tuna cubes in here. And the only problem is when you put the tuna cubes in and you stir it, you don't want to stir it roughly as to break it up. You want to still be able to recognize that you got tuna in there. You don't want it mashed up beyond recognition. You don't want it like a meat sauce. So, and we'll keep on stirring that till everything gets coated and everything gets cooked. That'll take a little while. While the tuna's cooking with the onions and the garlic and the olive oil, we're going to take a little bit of everything here. A little bit white pepper, a little bit of red pepper, and a quarter cup of cumin. Can't do without chili powder, obviously. This is about a half a cup of chili powder, and we're going to have a little kosher salt in there. Now, you may say 3 peppers, and even some black pepper. We're going to put some black pepper in there too. And you say, why so much pepper? Besides being an equal opportunity pepperer, each one of these peppers has its own flavor. And while it's cooking, it's going to give itself a chance to blossom, and it's going to taste real good. The only thing we have to really do now is add some red beans. Now, the last thing we're going to put in here, some tomato sauce in here next. Now, I would say 2-3 jars of good quality, nothing cheap, tomato sauce, something that's really thick. So we're gonna wait for this to cook a little bit more before we put the sauce in, because my sauce is already cooked. It's already thawed out, ready to go in. So we're gonna go to the next portion. We're gonna start marinating the grilled peppered tuna. Marinade's basically pretty simple. A little olive oil, and we're not gonna marinate this very long. What are you doing?
I'm on my food.
You're doing nothing. Listen, do me a favor. You expect to eat?
A little bit.
Go up the block to Carmine's, get about 6 loaves of Italian bread, and come back. Tell them I'll settle up with them later on.
6 enough?
Yeah, 6 plenty. And we'll add a little soy sauce. I'd say about a 1/4 cup. A little good drinking wine, white wine preferably. Nothing you wouldn't drink yourself. A little Worcestershire sauce. Go ahead, try and spell that word. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic to this. A little bit of high-grade hearty mustard. Salt, a little black pepper. There's one other thing we could add to this marinade, a little sesame oil. But sesame oil is really quite strong, and you don't want to put too much in there. And I think that's pretty good. We're gonna basically let this stay for about 10-15 minutes on each side. Not long. Then we're gonna throw it right on the grill. Usually serve this with some buttered rice. We don't have a full kitchen here, so I had to make the buttered rice up ahead of time. Like I said before, if you have problems with cholesterol, cut the butter out, like I do. Okay, next thing, we're gonna go to the grilled fresh tuna salad. These are the thin sliced pieces I made before, and we're basically gonna just drizzle them in some olive oil. When we're ready to cook it, we're gonna let it drain off so we don't flare up on the grill, and then it'll cook pretty fast. Let me, before we go any further, cut a couple of these avocados if I had a knife. We pitted some avocados. I chopped some red onions. I still got the garlic. That's for the other salad, the grilled fresh tuna salad. So we'll cut the avocados like that. Not too big, not too small. We'll put these in the bowl. That's going to be the bowl we're going to put the fresh grilled tuna salad in. So I tell you what, we'll add a little of that garlic in there now, so I can get rid of that bowl. And then let's start with the tuna. Right now we're going to take the fresh tuna, the thinly sliced pieces of tuna. They're not drizzled, they're bathed in olive oil. So we're going to let it shake off, and then we're going to put it on the grill. Okay, you don't want to overcook tuna. A couple of minutes, we'll be ready with this. Okay, I think we're ready to add my tomato sauce. Let me go get that. Now, I didn't want to lose any of it in transit. Well, this tomato sauce, you know, a lot of friends ask me, you know, how do you get the chance to cook all this all the time with all the working you do in the fish market? Somebody else will have the radio. Watch your legs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, fine, go. And the truth of the matter is, in the afternoons, I'm pretty much free. So, I enjoy cooking. I come home and make a big batch of sauce. Really not my mother's recipe. More like I learned in my father's restaurant. My father had an Italian restaurant when I was young, when I was like 19 years old. And it was basically the recipe that he used. But that's another show.